Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Pearl Daily here on the Audacity Network. Today we have a special show for you. So we're first going to talk about a New York City model who killed her husband because she got caught cheating. Now, that's a tough thing in life. Women want to cheat. They want to get away with it. They want to, marry. It's like, the Titanic, Rose wants to stay with Jack her whole life. And, but she still wants the money from the other guy. So there's a New York City model who killed her husband in Florida in a sleigh suicide, cheated on him, but feared he would divorce her. Grieving sibling Arbin Benny of Scarsdale told the Post that the family picked up on several red flags about Sabrina, 27, who shot Arbin's younger brother 5 times on the oceanfront balcony of their lavish Florida condo just after midnight Wednesday. We saw plenty of signs, and now everything makes sense, the Westchester County resident said. But they were in love, and never in a million years did we think something like that would happen. There was infidelity on her part, the 43-year-old man said of his sister-in-law, who was originally from Queens. She came to a point of guilt that she just could not take. My brother wanted a divorce, and she didn't take that lightly. She decided to end her own life, and somewhere along the line, she decided to take my brother's life as well. Neighbors told cops after the sleigh suicide that they had heard vicious fights come from the troubled couple's unit in the weeks leading up to the horror. Law enforcement sources told the Post on Monday. The pair would argue on their balcony as well as in their first unit, the resident said. Benny said his 34-year-old brother, who grew up in the Bronx, was a hardworking white-collar trader who dabbled in real estate and cryptocurrency. He was a genius. We all were just trying to cope. My mother's devastated. We lost someone who was just so genuine, who is so loving, so intelligent, hardworking, and irreplaceable. And it has left the entire family devastated. So I think we are going to see an increase in female crime in the next decade. As you guys know, men get 4 times the sentencing as women for the same exact crime. So what would I predict would happen if the last 50 years we have told my gender that if you commit a vicious crime, you are going to get a slap on the wrist? We are going to see an increase in crime. That is why I keep covering stories of, teachers dating underage high schoolers. We keep seeing women being violent towards their children. And I don't see this trend going anywhere. Okay, so the next story we're going to talk about is apparently I ticked off Twitter. Now, as you guys know, if you want the ladies to freak out, indicate that if you want women to get really upset with you, all you have to tell them is that you're going to age. Yep, when you get older, you get less fertile, you get less hot. The men are going to keep finding the 22-year-olds down the street more attractive than you. You could be a 35-year-old 9. You won't beat an 18-year-old. I'm gonna say 22-year-old 5, 6. You just won't. I don't make the rules. I just tell you what they are. And the data does, agree with me. When they look at dating app data, women peak between the ages of 18 to 22 on dating apps, where men peak at 50 years old. 50. Men age like fine wine, and women, we just have a tendency to age like milk. So, there is a trend we have seen of women trying to reverse aging. And one way that we reverse aging is try to forget that we do get less fertile the older that we get. Now, some people just accept this and make their choices in life. I don't mind those women. But what I can't stand is the ladies that make me the bad guy because I notice. Because I notice things. And one thing that I noticed is there is a trend of women that I've met either in my personal life or have noticed in the media that just happen to be having their first set of twins in their 30s. And I've just seen more and more people just magically, their first kid in their 30s just happens to be a twin. Now, twins used to be something that was rare, something you wouldn't really see that often. And now, especially amongst rich, wealthy people, you see an increase in twins. How convenient. So I tweeted this thought. I said, if you had a set of twins in your 30s, I'm probably going to assume you got them through IVF. Now, if you started having children at 20 and then had twins in your 30s, I might think different. But it's really, you're not likely going to get twins anyway. So what are the odds that you just magically first kid out the go is magically twins? Now, the ladies got very upset with me for this opinion. And I think they got upset because I'm right. So what do we do when we can't stand that something is true? We have to go to the exception rather than the rule. So as you guys know, if I mention that women are better looking when they're younger, women must tweet me their selfies. They gotta show me that they still got it in their 30s and 40s. These are wives and mothers that just need to prove to Pearl that they still got it. Now, who is an example of somebody that I get tweeted pictures of constantly? J-Lo. Everybody wants to show me that aging doesn't exist because J-Lo is super attractive. Yes, ladies, if you were a 9.5 at 22, you might be a 6 by the time you're 50 if you can afford thousands of dollars in beauty treatments. Do you look like J-Lo? Do you have J-Lo money? Probably doesn't apply. Okay, so now we have this girl named Morgan. She says she's taking it personal. She wants me to know her super special sister's example. My sister had twins in her late 30s and it was not IVF. Please shut the F up, Pearl. You will never, ever know anything about femininity, womanhood, or childbirth. And Pearl is just so jealous of families. Now, again, the thing about the ladies is they want me to just not notice. They want me to just not notice, you know. Now, what the ladies kept tweeting at me was that women do have a higher likelihood of having twins in their 30s. Now, that may be true if it's your second or third kid. So if you have your third kid in your 30s, then you are more likely to have twins. When you have your first kid, you're not likely to have twins at all. And so, you know, this lady here, because again, if I reveal this, then we're going to start showing how many ladies are really getting IVF. It's higher than they're admitting, I'm telling you guys. This is an example of how stupid she is, since older women are more likely to have twins due to releasing multiple eggs in their cycles. So, you know, since she loves Google, they love the Google. I was curious. Are you more likely to have twins when you do IVF? The chance of having twins with IVF is about 25% of pregnancies, 1 in 5. This is much higher than the chance of having twins through natural conception, which is about 6%. I mean, the ladies love Google. Did you guys want to Google it? No? Only the Google that doesn't make the ladies look bad. And this is the thing. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. You know, I think I've met people that were conceived through IVF. I have a hard time saying they shouldn't exist. I don't know. I don't really have a strong opinion either way on it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. My opinion, it doesn't even matter because what, am I going to stop it? No. But the crazy thing is these ladies want me to just believe them. Notice, they all want to tell me their stories of the women in their family having natural births. And they want me to blindly believe that their 35-year-old cousin, who has been barren up to this point, on her first try, magically got twins when no one else in the family has twins through natural conception. And I'm the bad guy if I say I don't believe you. They want me to just not notice. Okay. So as you guys know, we are getting closer and closer to the first female billionaire from OnlyFans. We have seen, ever since Kim Kardashian, we have seen an epidemic of women making tons of money doing nothing. Now, as you guys know, out of the richest females on the planet, the majority got their money through divorce. But we are actually going to see another way that we are going to be able to make money off of men. It is going to be easier to make $1 off of 1 million men than finding one man to steal $1 million from legally. So when we follow these incentives, OnlyFans, something the ladies can do from the comfort of their own home. They don't have to sleep with a guy they don't like. They got to put some promiscuous photos up there, but the ladies are doing that for free anyways. It's pretty normal for women to have half-naked pictures on Facebook, Instagram. So when we think of this logically, it makes perfect sense that we are seeing an increase in the number of OnlyFans models. OnlyFans star earned $43 million this year, thanks top fan for the staggering amount he spent. An OnlyFans creator who made a life-changing amount of money on OnlyFans, with generous fans giving the 20-year-old woman $43 million. So remember, we have doctors out there, plumbers, electricians, the hardworking men like yourselves that build this country up. And we have ladies taking a picture of their butthole, putting it online, and making $43 million. Kim Kardashian, you're a trendsetter. Really, you paved the way. Kim Kardashian was launched to fame when she had a sex tape with Ray J. And what did she do? She turned that into an influencing career and now a woman in business career. I mean, who can say you're not successful, right? When you're an influencer. You totally know a ton about business, ladies. In Great British pounds, that's 33.9 million to current currency conversions. To put this in perspective, A-list actors such as Matt Damon and Ryan Gosling were both reported to earn about 43 million the past year. Which one of you signed up to her OF? Who did it, guys? And the interesting thing is, this is a normal looking woman. I mean, she's above average for sure, right? We're not going to pretend she's ugly. We're not even going to pretend she's mid. But what I'm also not going to do is pretend there aren't 10 women that look exactly like this on your local college campus. Really. She's a normal woman in society. She would get a normal amount of attention. But the challenge is when you have social media, it gives her the ability to be a superstar. And that's why you see these women going crazy when the attention goes, because really they're getting the attention that celebrities used to get. Okay, according to The Sun, Rain even out-earned England captain Harry Kane, who is said to have made $20 million across the past year. With this amount of money, Rain could feasibly never work again for a day in her life, or at least for the next decade. Fans were curious as to how much the creator managed to make so much money in 12 months. Well, Rain has now revealed in a follow-up post that she has some very generous followers and shouted out one in particular. She singled out Charlie, who has been subscribed to her OnlyFans for the past 11 months. It seems her fan has some pretty deep pockets. Rain shared a screenshot revealing he single-handedly spent $4.7 million on her content. What is wrong? Which one of you, who's doing this? If there's anyone in the chat, subscribe to an OF. Get out. What are you doing? We got to stop this. This is a simpidemic. A simpidemic. Okay. Rain has also shared her appreciation for everyone who has spent money on her content, revealing in a follow-up post on TikTok that she had no idea this was the amount of money she could make. 43 million is crazy, she said. I honestly did not think I'd be making anywhere close to this amount when I started. So I just want to say thank you to all of you out there. Every single one of you guys who has been supporting me the whole time, she added. This is all because of you. Thank you so much. Rain had originally joined the platform in April 2023 with the report from Mail One writing that she made the decision after internet users wrongly attributed a raunchy viral video to her. After the X-rated clip led Rain to losing her job, she decided to cash in on her notoriety and join the adults-only platform. I never thought I'd be an influencer. I'm still waiting to wake up from a dream. None of this feels real. Yeah. And you know what the crazy part is? Do you know what she says she is? Guess what she claims she still is, fellas. Guess. She says she's still a virgin. She says she's a good Christian virgin. Maybe Michael Knowles will interview her. You know, maybe he'll have her on the show as a staple of Christianity. I mean, she's probably just has bikini photos on there. What? Who cares? Yeah, I know. Okay. Next on the agenda. I need you to move the thing. Okay, so we are going to start talking about the simp epidemic, guys. This is getting ridiculous. And I have been fighting on the front lines of this simp epidemic for years. But I want to tell you guys about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It is not about the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on the show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen from birth control. The average adult consumes a credit card worth of plastic every week. That's 5 grams of plastic a week on average. So it's no wonder that the average male's testosterone is half of what it was 50 years ago. Estrogen levels decline 1% a year. Without a course correction, we are headed towards extinction. No matter how based you are, you need to be naturally boosting your testosterone. My friends at Chalk, CHOQ.com, are on a mission to save mankind from extinction by boosting your vitality. Chalk's male vitality stack contains premium and potent herbs clinically studied to boost your testosterone naturally, sperm count, and overall vitality. Just one of the many ingredients in the male vitality stack was studied in a double-blind human clinical trial to boost testosterone 20% in 90 days. When you boost your testosterone, you'll have more mental clarity. You're more capable of making decisions and taking risks. Having high testosterone will also affect your pheromones, so women will find you more attractive subconsciously. Get the Chalk Male Vitality Stack on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. Use my name Pearl as your coupon code and you'll get 25% off site-wide on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. My name Pearl is the discount code. Okay, so today's topic, we are talking about how the modern woman is going to become Britney Spears. So I think we've seen for a couple of generations just how too much attention can really destroy a woman. I mean, when you look at child Disney stars, even a man or a woman, it really can negatively affect. We saw Justin Bieber go through a lot of challenges when he became really famous as a child. We saw That's So Raven. I think it was 2 people from that cast kind of went off the deep end. And you see Sabrina Carpenter, you know, she was a Disney star. Now she's taking her clothes off on stage. And one of the OG original stars, child stars to go absolutely insane was Britney Spears. So when I was growing up, Britney Spears was on the radio. She was She was young, beautiful, famous. And I still remember being a kid and hearing about Britney Spears getting a bunch of tattoos and shaving her head when she was young. Oh wait, I have the wrong link. So this was on the front page of pretty much every tabloid, pretty much every newspaper was, yeah, here it is. This scene here.
Back up, please. Sure. Back up, please. 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 What's wrong, Britney?
The leg's blooded. She wanna go on blood.
Easy. Make a hole. Back all the way up, guys. Come on, guys. Back up, guys. Back up, guys. Back up, please. Sure. Back up, please. Back up, please. Back up, please. Back up, please. Back up, please.
So remember, paparazzi aren't really as common anymore because there are smartphones everywhere. And when someone becomes TikTok famous, YouTube famous, Instagram famous, they become this overnight. The barrier to entry to this level of attention is much lower.
Britney, how about the rehab is new? Is it
Close?
Yeah, I want to go. Guys, back up, guys. It's true about the rehab, Britney.
I love you, Britney. All these guys are jackasses. Oh, yeah.
So now we're gonna beat your ass, homie.
Let's skip to her going inside.
So here. Hold on. What's this idea to them? Chris, what happened to the hair?
I don't know.
It's gone on the floor, huh? Come on. We all saw that.
Oh, wait, here.
So here. Hold on. It's in the car. What's this idea to them? Chris, what happened to the hair?
I don't know.
It's gone on the floor, huh? Come on. We all saw that. Wow. Getting in the back, Ben.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Britney!
Why she's gonna drive? Alright guys, that's good.
Yeah, I remember this picture here was all over the papers.
Look out, guys. Give it room.
Then she continues and she goes and gets a tattoo. Go. Okay, you guys get the idea. So not only that, she shaves her head, then she also loses custody of her kids. Now, as you guys know, generally custody tends to go to mothers. We have doctrines like the tender years doctrine, meaning which automatically assumes that kids under a certain age are better with mothers. There's no evidence that supports that, but there are certain states that is law. On top of that, women get custody 90% of the time. So your chance of getting custody is like close to none. And she was so insane, right, that she actually lost custody and visitation of her kids.
Bed, and then you just go and you
It's
say,
my house. You all better start respecting me. Are we clear?
yeah.
Britney Spears' ex-husband Kevin Federline is sharing his receipts, posting videos of her arguing with their two sons, Jaden James and Sean Preston.
You all need to start treating me like a woman with worth. I am a woman, okay? Be nice to me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The former dancer shared 2 old videos on Instagram Wednesday night. The first featuring Britt having a word with the boys at her home.
This is my house. If I want to come in here and give you lotion for your face because it is coarse, and all you tell me, no, it's fine, it's fine. No, it's not fine. You all better.
Now, this doesn't sound like a sane woman, right? So she loses custody of her kids, and then she gets placed under a conservatorship. So essentially, her parents get to make decisions for her, even though she's an adult. And this became, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, that's after. So, and this became a national movement. Everybody felt like poor Britney was under this terrible conservatorship, and there was a whole movement to basically free Britney. They were saying that, and you know, Britney came out and supported this movement. And she also said she wanted her freedom. She said she couldn't have kids. She couldn't, she had an IUD in against her will. She basically could make no decisions in her life. And now to the general public, they might think that, I mean, that's reasonable. She's a 40-year-old woman. Shouldn't she be allowed to make her own decisions? But the way I think is, how crazy do you have to be to go under a conservatorship in California? So Britney ends up getting freed, right? I think this video shows the conservatorship. Let me see. Oh no, that's the wrong. Let me do the second one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here, play this.
This is a story about how Britney Spears fans started a movement to fight for her freedom.
The Free Britney movement. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm very keen on freedom.
For as long as she's been in the spotlight, every part of her life has been under intense media scrutiny, with paparazzis following her every move.
People talk about my private life. I know that, you know, as a celebrity, that's what goes along with what you do. I just say it's none of your business.
But on top of that, for over a decade, Britney Spears has had zero control in her life. And while she's rarely spoken about it publicly, her fans have become increasingly concerned for her well-being.
We all know there's something going on with Britney.
And they believe there are signs of distress hidden in her social media posts. But let's rewind. 14 years ago, in 2007, Britney infamously shaves her head, and the paparazzi are there to capture it. Rather than considering the state of her mental health, the media creates a frenzy around her, calling the incident a mental breakdown. Fans speculate that this could be an act of rebellion, or a result of postpartum depression. After all, Britney has given birth to 2 boys in less than 2 years. After the incident, the 27-year-old is committed to a mental health facility against her will. She's classified GD, greatly disabled. Basically, she's deemed unfit to take care of herself. And her father, Jamie Spears, is granted temporary conservatorship. Under this legal arrangement, her father has total control over everything she does, who she sees, where she goes, and what she does with the hundreds of millions of dollars she earns every year. But what was supposed to be a temporary conservatorship ends up lasting over a decade. Even if she wanted to contest it, with her father controlling her finances, she legally can't hire a lawyer to defend herself. She can't even seek a medical evaluation to reverse a conservatorship because her father has sole control over her health care. He even arranges for 24-hour security outside outside her home. For her fans, it's really starting to sound like she's a prisoner in her own home.
Britney needs to know that she still has her fans.
And they aren't convinced that Jamie has her best interest at heart.
Leave Britney alone! Britney Spears, hope you're doing okay.
The only time Britney mentions the situation is in a 2008 MTV documentary promoting her circus tour.
If I wasn't under the restraints that I'm under right now, you know, with all the lawyers and doctors and people analyzing me every day.
This might be one of the only times she openly expresses her desire for independence.
I feel so liberated and feel like myself.
In 2009, a Britney Spears fan site starts a campaign called Free Britney to bring attention to the situation and to call for an end to the conservatorship. In the years that follow, she releases several albums, performs a 4-year residency in Las Vegas, becomes a judge on The X Factor, and releases a very lucrative perfume line, making those in control of her life very, very rich. So many of her fans wondered, if she was deemed mentally fit to do all of that, why couldn't she make decisions for herself? The Free Britney movement takes a turn in January 2019 after she abruptly cancels her Las Vegas residency. Her fans become increasingly suspicious, and they believe that maybe her father is behind it all.
They're keeping her hostage, and it's no good for anybody.
Shortly after, a mysterious voicemail is released on a podcast from someone claiming to be a paralegal on the case and claiming that Britney has been confined in a mental health facility for months, involuntarily. And it all snowballs from there. Twitter threads, TikTok videos, podcasts, Instagram accounts, all dedicated to the Free Britney movement. They begin analyzing.
Now, all these woke people think they know what they're talking about. They think they know the situation more than the family. And maybe on the outside looking in, you have a lot of sympathy, right? But again, when this whole thing was going on, my mind kept jumping to, how crazy do you have to be to go under a conservatorship in the state of California? I just can't imagine that the state of California, a very liberal state, is dying to give a man, right, like all of the rights to a grown woman of what she does in her life. To me, I think that she was just insane.
Everything she posts online, looking for clues.
On Instagram, a user commented saying, if you need help, post a picture of some flowers. 1 hour after that comment was made, she posted a picture with flowers.
Wait a minute. What is she pointing to right there? On her hat? I zoomed in. And that literally says, help.
People are posting in the comments, they're saying, wear yellow in your next video and blink twice if you need help. So she does both in the next video.
The movement, which was once confined to a very small group of loyal fans, blows up. Even celebrities start publicly voicing their concern.
Free Britney. I am wearing this shirt because we all love her.
While many of these theories are unconfirmed, it is revealed that Britney had asked for her father to be removed as conservator. But the judge in charge of her case denies the request. In response, supporters of the Free Britney movement take to the street, protesting outside the courtroom. Even Britney's ex-husband, Jason Alexander, is there.
The reason I'm here is to show support for Britney, for one, and that I agree with a lot of the claims made by the movement.
In February 2021, a New York Times documentary sparked renewed interest in the movement as the legal fight over Britney Spears' conservatorship plays out in court.
We are nearing the end of the evil conservatorship.
Okay, so now we're going to continue. And let me keep going. Now, her parents respond to these claims. And we're going to play a video from Britney Spears' mother.
About Oprah.
I have offers to do interviews with Oprah and so many people, lots of money, but it's insane. I don't want any of it. I was told I was fat every day. I had to go to the gym. I couldn't even smoke cigarettes. People on death row can smoke cigarettes.
Britney released and quickly made private a dramatic 22-minute audio clip on YouTube. The 40-year-old singer lashed out at her family.
And might even spit in their faces.
And shared new allegations about her 13-year conservatorship.
I was just like a robot. Honestly, I didn't give a anymore because I couldn't go where I wanted to go. I couldn't have the nannies that I wanted to have. I couldn't have cash.
Another surprise, Britney, who was placed on 2 brief psychiatric lockdowns in 2008, also claimed she was completely sober when she was first hospitalized.
I honestly, still to this day, don't know what really I did. I literally spoke in a British accent to a doctor to prescribe my medication, and 3 days later, there was a swap team in my home. 3 helicopters. There was no drugs in my system, no alcohol, nothing. It was pure abuse.
Britney's family has denied abuse, maintaining their only concern is Britney's well-being.
Britney's a sweetheart.
3 hours after Brit's audio post, her mom, Lynn, fired back, writing, "Your rejections to the countless times I have flown out and calls make me feel hopeless. I have tried everything." She went on to suggest that she and Brit discuss all this in private. So what's behind Britney's outpouring of emotion? Well,
So to me, again, the mom seems sane. I mean, they might have their personal family demons. Like I do think the dad maybe struggled with alcoholism, but they seem to want what's best for their daughter. From my perspective, I think she's just insane, and they don't know how to help her. And the reason I think that is because of what happened after they lifted the conservatorship. So all of these people, these liberals, they get together and they say Britney needs to be free. And finally they rally the courts, they do this whole thing, and Britney is now free. And what is the first thing she does? She gets naked. Yup. After her dad was removed, Britney freed herself, literally. Does this look like a sane woman? That looks pretty insane to me. So, okay, she's free. Let's see what happens next. Then, she gets married and quickly divorced and put on alimony. Do you think her dad would have maybe prevented that, right? And most recently, she decided that she identified as a 5-year-old. So really and truly, I think that her parents were trying to protect her. Maybe she went crazy because something's off in her head from birth, or maybe it was the young fame. It could have been either. Don't know how she got crazy or why. And all these liberals came in thinking they knew what they were talking about and the family dynamics. And really, this was just an insane woman.
I don't know why the paparazzi have me going on a plane looking like I'm wearing a Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me. I don't know why I have a torch in my hand, honestly. I think my friend accidentally gave that to me. But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old. And I have to go to kindergarten tomorrow. Baby strawberry, a very, very cute baby cake that my friend... It really kind of hurts my feelings that the paparazzi make my face look like I'm wearing like a white Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me. They've always been incredibly cruel to me, the paparazzi in pictures and the way they've illustrated me.
So what do I think actually happened? She was being protected from herself because clearly nobody in her personal life, they don't trust her with her children. And the second they let her do whatever she wanted, she's now identifying as a 5-year-old, getting naked online and, getting married and divorced. And sometimes I think that's maybe the way that people felt about feminists, right? The feminists said, we want total freedom. We want to do exactly whatever we want. And now what we're seeing is the average woman being turned into Britney Spears. So what happened when the feminists did not get the political party that they wanted? Let's pull here.
Removed myself from Hinge, Bumble, I didn't even think twice about it. There's no way I am letting any man near me.
For the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmex with men. And funny enough, I actually just broke up with my boyfriend.
So they start shaving their head. Remember, this was 10 years ago. This was front page news. She's going insane, or maybe 15 at this point. Now, your average woman is doing this. You know, she got naked online. What are we seeing with the ladies, with the average woman? So not only are they getting naked on Instagram, OnlyFans, yada, yada, we're also getting naked in public. And on top of that, you see Britney Spears going live and completely trashing her family. You know, she did an Instagram story trashing her sister in this, making fun of her little sister, Jamie Lynn.
Bathed her in the jungle, Lord. Oh. She said, bathe me, because I'm like stuck in the jungle and I miss my kids. Oh, cater to me, little.
Britney Spears shading her younger sister, Jamie Lynn.
I love and I support my sister in each and every way, and I'll continue to do that. I just think we're all in a process of healing.
The singer sharing this now deleted video on her IG story, driving up a mountain with her assistant and friends.
Beautiful people, what are we doing today?
We're going horse riding.
We're going horseback riding.
But at one point, Britt starts ranting about her younger sister and her time on the reality series, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
My sister did on a TV show, and they bathed her in the jungle, Lord.
I've been the one person in her life, and she can say this, I've never taken anything from her, you know? I've been the one person in her life who's always said, I just want to be your sister.
She said, bathe me, because I'm like stuck in the jungle and I miss my kids. Oh.
So what does this remind me of? The women oversharing on TikTok. You know, people used to get paid millions of dollars to do tell-alls. They used to have to be world superstars to get people taking pictures with them on the streets. Now the barrier to entry is nothing. And the average woman, an average woman gets on OnlyFans and makes $43 million. An average woman gets on TikTok and gets high-level men in their DMs or becomes famous and gets pictures taken everywhere. And the challenge is the 5 minutes of fame doesn't last forever. Everybody gets it. And so you're going to see more ladies acting as crazy as Britney Spears because that much attention just is not good for anyone. Yeah, and TikTok makes an even lower barrier to entry. You know, before you had to learn to edit videos to be a YouTuber. Now you can do it on your phone, TikTok. They said, Pearl, the average OnlyFans user makes less than a Chipotle employee. That's true. But again, the perception is that anybody can do it. And just because they don't make money doesn't mean they don't get some sort of notoriety or fame, even if it's just in their town, maybe it's just in their city, maybe it's just in a certain niche. But the problem is the barrier to entry is too low. We're getting younger and younger ladies getting an overload of attention and access to men out of their league, right? And you're going to see a future with more ladies going nuts like Britney Spears. Okay, so I'm going to read, if you guys want to be a part of the show and say any comments that you have, please go to theaudacitynetwork.com. I do read them either at the end of the show or in the middle, if I remember. Okay, Curveball says, we have to be careful about riding on trending waves. They sure lived well. The father was a controlling prick. If the dad was good, why didn't he help her without the control of the money? Okay, Rob, let me get this straight. If someone is manic, do you think $100 million, like what is a crazy person going to do with $100 million? They're going to go insane. That's what I think. Green Conway, this is hard to watch. Rob Field says, let the family help without control over money. Greem Conway, she probably told him to burger off first chance she got. Xavier, I mean, Calkin's parents bled her dry. Britney never went poor under her parents. I mean, this is my guess. I don't know. I'm speculating. But I'm speculating that her parents were in it for her own good, much like we see normal parents wanting to put more control on their daughters for their own good. But the ladies, they rally and we say, no, let us go to college. No, let us get divorced. No, let us wear nothing in the streets. No, so I think Britney Spears is just showing what's happening in society, but I'm like, obviously she's more crazy. Rob Field says 4B all the way. Conway says, I support the movement. Penelope, what is the link for the X broadcast? Usually if you just go to Twitter, it's Pearly Things with a Z. So you can just click it. It'll be on the top. Santiago, Okay, but I think that's it for today. That's all the topics we got. So anyways, guys, make sure you like the video on your way out and subscribe to the channel and go to theaudacitynetwork.com if you want to contribute to the show. I do read your comments on the website. There's not a crazy amount of people in the chat, so if you write something, I usually get to it. You don't have to super chat. You just have to be part of the $10 a month or $80 a year. Anyways, guys, like the video on your way out, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.